Hello and welcome. In this lecture, we'll understand a very important concept. This is, this concept is asked in interview lot of times. So in Java, there is nothing called final objects. Objects are never final. The reference to objects can be made final, but objects are never final. Once a reference to an object is made final, if you try to assign that reference to any other object, then we will get a compile time error. So I'll write a program and show that to you. Before that, let me explain that to you. Suppose you have created an object with a reference obj, and this is pointing to this object in heap. Now, if you have made this reference as final, then it doesn't mean this object is final. You can change the member variables to any value. But what you cannot do is you cannot point this obj reference to another object. So let me create a program and show that. In this class we have two member variables, name and age. In the constructor we are initializing the member variables. So here I am creating a final reference to the object. So what happens, if you'll see here, this is the stack area. Here the obj reference will be created and this is pointing to heap area. Here we have an object and the name is Rahul and age is 30. So when we are making the reference final, this is final, that doesn't mean the object is final. Objects are never final. So you can change the value of name member variable to any variable, any value like Sachin, and change age to any variable like 40, 50, anything. You can do that. What final reference says is that you cannot point this object reference to another object in the heap area. Suppose there is another object, you cannot point to another object in the heap area. So what you cannot essentially do is you cannot do obj equal to new final object reference, suppose Sachin and 40. That you cannot do. If you do this, you are pointing to a new object, then this will throw an compile time exception, compile time error. This is what it means when we say that objects are final. Objects are never final. The reference to objects are final. The reference are tied to that particular object. When you try to point that same reference to any other object, then it will throw a compile time error.